Hey, look at that. We have returned. Something went wrong in my YouTube browser. Nice. Let me also, wait, let's go back to that. Let's go into my Discord and send out the notification. Then I could also do my YouTube link as well. Why in the world? Something went wrong in my YouTube. I just can't open my YouTube page. Perfect. Well, let me go here and open it in Chrome. Hey, pancake. Yes, indeed. I'm about to send out the notification, but it's being weird. Okay. My YouTube page. Oh, there's my stream. Okay, I'll throw this in the Discord notification as well. Perfect. I don't know why, but Opera GX really doesn't want me to look at my own YouTube page. Oh, there we go. Nice. And the chat finally works. Okay. Man. Feels like it's been ages. Gotta get myself warmed up. Got my coffee here, ready to roll. Now, as usual, let's start off with just a quick little jump into the game. Oh, I forgot I added these guys. So let's do a quick jump out of the game. Let's go to our level 1, go to 2D, go to our enemies, take shield guard. I guess I don't need to select that, but okay. Boom, and then we play. Okay, for anyone who is new here, hey, Fool, what's up, man? How you doing? Snowminx, the king is back. Yes, indeed. We have returned. I feel like I am so shredded from that trip. I have felt this destroyed before, but it's been a while. I feel like a snake who's like molting its skin. Because my skin got so dry out there. My lips are just torn to shreds. I was not used to that climate, being a Pacific Northwestern person who only lives under constant cloud cover and rain. Carrot Guy, what's up, man? How you doing? I need to release a new build of this pretty quick. I think I did right... I might have actually done that right before I left. I'm not sure. One thing I also was thinking about... I could also just put see what the process is for putting it on, like, itch. But then again, I am using a different engine. Not the one that supports browsers, I think. So, I don't know. I mean, I could put it on itch for download for sure, but... Can you put me on day in what you got? What do you mean? Sorry, I'm Either I'm dyslexic or there's something going on in your sentence that's making it so I can't understand. Carrot just got home from work. Nice, good to hear. You ready to sit back and chill? I only did a couple hours of work today because my flight, you know, that whole debacle, in which I had to buy new tickets just to get home at a reasonable time. I still got home so late, so I just took the morning off all the way till like noon, which is nice. It's nice having the flexibility to be able. Oh wow, it's nice having the flexibility to do that. Sorry, my English is not that great. Oh, no problem, man. My guess at what you're trying to say is something. Can you put me in what I've got, aka put? Are you saying some sort of a Easter egg? Ooh, I like the restart. That was such a good call by why am I forgetting the name? Wardstone. Yeah, I went Spirit. Yep. And now I know to never do it again. Thing is, I have an Alaska card, which makes it so it's, you know, and I got like bonus miles for setting up. So I had a lot of miles on there. I had to burn a lot of them just to come home because I did it for me and my friend. But I was just so sick and tired of being in that airport that, you know. But from now on, it's Alaska if I can, and like Delta or whatever. Just, I'm only taking airlines that are good. And also, I'm always paying for premium seats if possible. Oh, update you in what I'm working. Yeah, for sure. So, let me see here. I don't really know what I'm going to be working on today. But if it's been a while since you've been here, there's been quite a bit added. So I don't know if you saw the upgrades that we have here. I picked a couple different ones so you can see. That one's the fireball one. It missed because it's not a smart fireball. It just kind of shoots in the general direction, and if there's a wall in between, then it just hits the wall. But so we have upgrades. We also have this void thing behind that makes it so you can never really go backwards. You can only really push forwards, which makes it a lot more intense on maps that have a lot of guys. What else is there? Added some level cards. Love the night. Yeah. These guys here, the green guys. Good to see you, TYM. Oh, well, I'm in bed. It's like 10 o'clock where I am. Oh, okay. East Coast boy, then? Something like that. Archer sprites I'm not like super happy with. I'm fine with the animation of them shooting. It's literally 2 frames. But it might even just be 1, and it just changes to that when he is in the state of is firing. But yeah, looking snazzy. Yeah. They were actually the first ones I did, and I'm pretty happy with it. Besides the player character, I designed him first. This was all kind of done before I had put any time practicing, but it still kind of worked out. Oh boy. But yeah, Fool, we've got 5 levels now that are built out for the most part. They're not finished levels. I still need to tweak them and, you know, balance things out. I also made it so every level that you go further past the second level, the enemies get more health, which in some ways isn't that good of a thing because it can kind of slow down the gameplay if you do a bad build. So I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with that. Either just make it less health that they get, but then make it so they there's a lot more enemies, something like that. I'll just kind of have to figure it out. Oh, I didn't realize that you could see the end of the map there. I do like these level cards here, because they, as you get further along, the void keeps growing. Let's do Maelstrom here. Yeah, so like at level 3 onwards, these guys have more health. Yeah, man, I'm definitely feeling it from this weekend. We did a ton of walking compared to what I'm used to, which is literally none. I'm so sedentary in my lifestyle. Working at a desk and then coming home and sitting at a desk. It's a bad combo. Oh, and that's how you die, by doing aggressive dashes into large groups of enemies. Yeah, that Wardstone's just suggestion is just do restart is amazing. And then also just taking the first card off. Like, we just don't need it. You can just get right into the action. Especially for the speedrunning side. Really motivate me to learn how to make a video game. Hey, that's good to hear, dude. One thing, so I want to get into making videos. And one of the things that I kind of wanted to do was not a tutorial series, but something kind of akin to that. I don't really have a ton to offer when it comes to like technical knowledge of the engine and all that. Like, I just haven't been doing it long enough. But what I can do is help people who are like super new, and just kind of even super new to programming in general. And also just helping people figure out how to learn in the most like efficient way. Or maybe not even the most efficient way, because I don't know if I'm efficient. But in a way that consistently works. So I plan on making some videos. I just gotta get the actual motivation to do it. And by motivation, I mean like literally just one of these Saturdays I just gotta put in the time to make something. I want to make other videos as well, but that was one of the kind of ideas I had of doing something like, okay, you have no idea how to make anything software related, and you want to make games. Where do you start? That type of stuff. And really just small and simple ones. Helping people also helps you. Yeah, for sure. I learn a lot just by trying to teach. You've been working on projects. Nice. They software projects? Pancake says I was stuck on the same screen for like 5 minutes. In Twitch? Is something, or are you on, you're on mobile, right? Is something just going on with your phone with this whole, because you were was it you or Carrot that said that you had the, I just saw it, but the YouTube issues with commenting. Yes, okay. Yeah. It was Pancake. Fool says, I'm learning Python. Nice. Programming like a robot in my class with Python. That's awesome, dude. It's a very, very useful language to have. I just used it recently at work. Even, just to make a little tool for myself that's gonna save me time. And I like it because it's really easy to set up. Oh, and I'm dead. Man, I really gotta get some energy in me. I've got my coffee here, but Need to wake up. My Wi-Fi is whack because I'm reinstalling an old game and it has, it's called Crew 2 and it's pretty good. Okay. I don't know if I've heard of that. Is it this motorsports game? Racing game? Yeah. I just saw something on Reddit about it's apparently being shut down or something. Fool says, you were doing well. I'm happy for you. Keep it up. Thanks, Fool. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's I've been doing good. Yeah, this was Pancake. This was from like 4 months ago. I saw a Reddit post. I just closed it, but I'm sure if you look it up. I don't know if that was just the multiplayer side or what. Snowminx says, you need a mini energy drink that always wakes me up. I should have gotten, like, maybe I have a Celsius. I think I have a Celsius. Problem is, if I take one now, I've already got a coffee, so I think part of the energy thing too is since I've been on this, like, you know, ultra low carb diet, it's been over the weekend I had more carbs. I did it kind of safely, but since getting back I haven't really had anything. So I've had like some like sausage and some eggs and not very much, and then some almonds. I guess like a little bit of beef. It's just hard to get calories when, you know, you're trying to do like almost no carbs. Now I know I can do carbs, I just have to do it the right way. There's some way that, like, if I want to eat a piece of bread, I have to eat like a plate of vegetables first and then eat the piece of bread, and then my glucose is fine. So I don't know. I don't even know if what I'm doing is working yet. I still got to go in. This stupid referral thing, they still haven't called me back, so I need to call them again and get it set up, make sure what I'm actually doing is even working. But what is a good, smallish, easy game to make? Pancake says a platformer. Yep. It depends on what you want to do with it. Like, if you wanted to make it a game that you try to sell and stuff, then there's tons of platformers out there, so it's not like it's a really crowded market. But why did my YouTube chat disappear? Okay, there we go. But if you if you just want to learn, then a platformer is amazing. And pretty easy. There's a billion tutorials out there for platformers. And everything about them is easier. Artwork, you can find asset packs for them super quickly. Yeah, platformer is the way to go. I just don't really like making platformers. I don't even know if I ever have really tried. I've just done a bunch of them on, like, tutorials. But I did have an idea for a platformer that I could do that might have been kind of cool. But I just don't know if it would have been anything special, because it's kind of hard to... It's just tough to innovate in platformers. You don't have to always innovate, but you can... It's either that or you have to make it really, really clean. You have to execute it really well and have really good mechanics and everything. But once again, that doesn't really apply to you if you're just trying to learn, so. You could do like a marble game. Those are fun. Yeah. Are you talking like a marble game like the one on Discord that you can play, like a kind of a physics-based game? Fool says, now I want to make a game like Cruelty Squad made in Godot. It's my favorite game. Oh, I don't know what that is. Let's see here. Okay, I got my caffeine in me now. Cruelty Squad 2021 tactical first-person shooter developed by Finnish indie studio. Ooh. Finnish. I'm half Finnish. But it's like 3 generations back. 2. But I identify more with my Norwegian side. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. Okay. Doesn't really have any screenshots, but... Oh, interesting. Very interesting visual style. It's like a cult game, has a big fan base. Nice. Uh, 3D wise, yep. What is that like? Do you have the Dead Slab Discord? Yeah, hang on, I'll send it to other YouTubers. Okay, yeah. What am I doing today? I don't really know. This is like a recovery stream. Oh, nice. How do I? Oh, publish. And then if I go to Wardstone. Nice. Okay. Yeah, Wardstone just told me... I saw something where he had added my like announcements to his. That's sick. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. So now I can publish when I go live to his stream as well, or his Discord. Yeah, I really don't know what I'm doing today, mainly because I'm kind of just aimless and halfway awake. This one... Put that note on it. These aren't all Wardstone's notes. I just started adding more to them, but UI to show the player's upgrades. That could be something I do. First things first, let me go to level 2. I realize that yeah, right over here, this is all messed up. So I'll go to ground walls. Put that out to there so then you don't notice. Let me do an F6 and try to get to the end. Of course, this is going to be impossible to speedrun it, but... Jeez. Okay, now it's over. Yep. I should do the unlockable one. Which would then open up a new UI that allows you to go to different levels and start there with a certain amount of XP. Maybe it's less than what you would have normally. Maybe it's none at all. But I really like that idea of being able to unlock a level once you've beaten it under a certain time. Then it unlocks this new button that you can click on that says go to level list, that type of thing. Recently I discovered that the creator of Godot are Argentinian. So proud of my country right now. Yeah, and they were using it privately at first and then eventually open sourced it, right? It's a lot of enemies. Yeah, level 2 is chock full of enemies. Let's see here. What if when you died it played the Delta Rune explosion sound? I do not know what that is. Realize that most of the time any of you guys bring anything up, I don't know what it is. That sound? I should do some more sound design pretty soon. I've just kind of like once I added most of the sound effects in, I was just like, all right, whatever. At some point I'll have to do a soundtrack for it too. The problem is I really wish I could stream it, but I just can't with my software. There's such dumb workarounds that I have to do that make it so annoying, and then I usually can't, like, it always adds in like a delay into the system when I try to make music, so I'm like trying to play a noise, but then it plays back a split second later and it throws everything off. So I might just have to do that off stream and then throw it in there and show people. But do I like comics? I sort of do. I mean, it depends on what kind of comics. I've never been super into them, but there have been some that I really liked. I like the what's the superhero one? Oh man, with Dr. Manhattan. Why can't I think of the name? Anyway, I have these ones over here. But unfortunately, I've never actually opened them, and I think they're all from the same series, but I just kind of bought them on a whim. I'll show you in a sec. Kind of bought them on a whim, but then I realized that I think I have like episode 3 through 6 or something. Yeah. Okay. Overture. Yeah. Oh, I have 4, 5, and 6 of the Sandman Overture right there. So I got 4. I think that's 5. Yep. 5 and 6. So I've never opened them. I read some of the Sandman on my Kindle way back. But I really want to get the first 3 of these, and if there are any afterwards, check them out, because I don't know, I would like to collect them. Recommend Lackadaisy Imagine 1920 Mafia but cats. It's online. Is this a comic as in like funny, or is this a like action comic, that type? What is it? Sandman is cool. Yeah. Yeah, Sandman is great. I remember the one that I did read, I think was the first Sandman comics. But I don't remember actually getting super far into it. And then I watched the season 1 of the show, which I really liked. A bit of both? Okay. Webcomic. Here, I'm just reading up. Interesting. Blades of Doom, what's up, man? Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Pancake. I've lost all motivation to make games. Oof. Just gonna focus on school and trying to survive. Hey, I get that. The trying to survive part is that's enough. Especially if you're doing school. I mean, I know how hard it is just working a 9 to 5 and trying to stream afterwards and learn, and it's like I have no life. I can't do anything else. Every time I go to the barber, she asks me what I'm doing this weekend, and I'm like, nothing at all. Except for the last time, I was like, I'm going to Vegas, and it was the first time I've been able to answer that. Only work 1 to 2 hours 4 days a week. Yeah, that's tough. If you don't have like steady good hours, do school for 3 to 4 hours a day. Yeah. I mean, do you commute at all? Because already that's a full day once you add in a commute. Pancake says, for real, same, but with art. I just have clinical unemployment and disease. Yeah, I used to have that. Recently, it's gotten somewhat better. No commute for either. Okay, yeah. I mean, just take a break. Blades of Doom. Yeah. Literally just take a break. Focus on what you gotta. You can always come back. I mean, I'm 29. And I've wanted to make games. And I've tried here and there. Not really seriously. But except for last year. But I only did it for like a month and I got heavily burned out. And that was doing it with friends where like you have all the motivation you need. But it just kind of took taking a break. Immortal Dragon Games has followed. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. How's it going? Snowmink says game development is life. It kind of is for me now. I'm also the most... Oh, okay. Immortal... Oh, that's where I recognize the name, and I'm like, where have I seen that before? That's a guy on YouTube, right? And then I realized, oh, yeah, okay, yeah. It's Aries. Nice. How's it going, man? Thanks for following over on Twitch. Just got home, traveled 1,000 kilometers today, feeling like shit. Dude. Yeah, I just trying to get back from Vegas was a monster as well for me. Mainly because of the whole airliner problems, but... Blades of Doom, I'm 28 and I really want to make games, but I get stuck on something I can't figure it out regardless of what I Google. And when I ask other people for help, they're like, you should do it this way or that way. Yeah. I have found... So here's the thing. If you're running into that too much, that's when you just have to decide, like, okay, I have to completely, if this is my game idea and it has all this cool stuff in it, like, you know, inventories, you know, power-ups or level-ups or, you know, something, some sort of skill trees, things like that. And this is your first game, and you just keep running into issues where you just can't figure things out, and it just sucks, and you're just hitting your head against the wall over and over. You can either just keep hitting your head against the wall and doing it over and over again, which is kind of what I've done. And eventually you do get there, but it just sucks. Or you could just make a really small game and just decide that, hey, this will come when I already know the answers to all those questions, or most of them. Like, there's no need for you to build a magnum opus, you know, super early on. 2D platformer game, and I'm stuck on my player character not colliding with the tiles. You are using Unity, right? Yeah. Have you already put a ton of work into this prototype? As far as, like, enough to where restarting would be too much? Not really? Because what I would do, especially if you're on Unity, Unity platformer tutorial, or let's see here, Unity platformer template. Now, some of these templates aren't free. Like, this one's $10 that I'm looking at, so I'll just check this other one. I think this is a legit thing. Maybe. Micro game template is a classic 2D platform game that you can mod and make your own. Create creative mods to project. So you might be able to use something like this. I would use a template or literally follow something. Follow something like this to the letter, and then just adjust things that you want to change. Like, just follow a tutorial, like, all the way through, or far enough to where you know that you're pretty much good to go. And you can start adding things that differ from the tutorial. Because there's not really any reason to build from scratch initially. Especially when you're kind of... Because this is like... Is this your first game? Also, you could always switch to Godot, too, if you want something... Well, I've never used Unity, so maybe Unity is... To me, it just seems like Godot would be easier to understand than Unity, but I've never actually used Unity, so I don't know. Rather build from scratch so I can understand everything. I get that, but believe me, you'll have plenty of time to build from scratch later. Hate following tutorials because they never explain basic things. That's for sure true. They don't, like, if you're anything like me, you want to know why something works and not just that it works. But at the same time, if you can't get off the ground in the first place, then sometimes you need those little magic black boxes that you don't understand, so you can use, you know, stand on that and then start building stuff. Tutorials can... I never recommend actually going all the way through something. So maybe you just go far enough to where you feel like you have some understanding of what to do, but I don't know. From scratch is tough when it's your first. Like, I think the best way is do even a couple tutorials if you really wanted to, like, just say, I'm just going to learn. And you find a couple tutorials and do them, 25% of the way through or something like that. And just get a couple different takes on similar things, because you might get one way to do it or another way to do it, something like that. If you were on Godot, then I could just recommend Heartbeast to you, and he's really good at explaining things, so usually you know why you're doing something the way you're doing it. Although a lot of his tutorials are still for Godot 3.5, which it kind of sucks, because if you're just starting out, it can be kind of tough to watch a 3.5 tutorial and then try to convert it into 4.1 or whatever, 4.2. Could use Godot C#. Do you know C# pretty well?
Beginner. In these videos I want to focus on teaching you the basics of Unity. Alright, next present in this window. To demonstrate our player, and have a transfer map. Window contains all the footage in the right folder. Left clicking it. If you want to see how the edges, hit the graph to exit play mode. Otherwise your changes will not.
Where's the actual code? Okay, there's
player component,
some code here.
Code where to take this body from.
I mean, that's what Unity uses, and I'm learning it in a later course for my degree. Yeah, and you could definitely use C# in Godot. So if that's what you would feel more comfortable with, then for sure do that. GD script is a lot easier to learn, I would say, but if you want to learn C#, then... Oh, okay. Immortal, aka Aries, says... C# in Godot and GD script are very similar, just change the syntax, and things you can use in C# are the same that you can use in GD script. Okay. That's kind of interesting to know. Obviously, yeah, syntax-wise, going to be pretty different. But
as you can see in the description right here, awake is called every time the script is loaded. So every time you start the game,
awake is like
being loaded and the awake
function ready.
On to the next part, which involves using the getComponent method. You can see that I typed here body equals getComponent rigid body 2D. But how does this exactly work and what does it do?
I should mess with either Unity or Unreal at some point. I have Godot installed, but I don't know how to use it. It's so different from Unity. Yeah, so once again, you'll have to do tutorials, but... there are some great tutorials out there. Let me check. I don't think Heartbeast has a platformer tutorial out for Godot 4 yet. I think he just has a space shooter one. No, wait, he does. Awesome.
Or evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is Ben, and welcome to this Godot 4 platform tutorial video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a simple platformer.
This right here,
footage of what you'll have by the end of
long,
this video with the character that
long first one at least, but afterwards they're pretty manageable.
Sloped movement.
100% follow this guy, Heartbeast, on YouTube.
Also, I want to say
he is amazing.
At the end of this video,
and
at the end of this video, I will.
This is for Godot 4, so there might be some stuff because this is 10 months ago, so there might be some stuff that doesn't quite work. So if something does error in the stuff that he tells you to do, just you can copy whatever code or whatever and post it or paste it into Google and say Godot 4.1 or whatever. You can try to figure out what the issue is, or you can even use ChatGPT to ask it. But yeah, this guy right here explains everything really well. Let's see here. Just see.
What that does is it takes the shape of our collision polygon 2D.
See, he's already explaining what it's doing.
Polygon 2D. Okay, so this is some pretty...
Now, this is GD script, so if you wanted to use C#, then this wouldn't really work. I mean, unless what Immortal Dragon is saying is true, in which case you might be able to use a lot of the same stuff, but that would be if you already know C# well enough to be able to convert this into C#, basically. More similar to C# or Python. I feel like Python... Yeah, it is more like Python, I think. All classes you find on a GD script are the same classes from Godot. The only difference is, GS script. The only difference is the syntax, yeah. Make basic physics process. The methods are going to have the same name. Yep. Yeah, I would try GD script, to be honest, because if you know Python, then it'll feel pretty familiar. Syntax in GD script is almost the same as Python from yeah. Main thing programming wise I struggle with is OOP. You just don't really have to use it. Like, I use it very sparingly currently. Like, I have an enemy class for my enemies. But it's only the stuff that I know for sure is going to be shared between all enemies. And then every other enemy is just a new node that I copied over. And then in their script, they inherit enemy, extends enemy. But otherwise, I have, like, their physics process is all in their own scripts. I have all this stuff going on within their own scripts. So you just, you don't really have to use it, especially early on. And if you're doing a platformer... Yeah, you might just not even really, if it's going to be simple enough. The one thing that you would eventually want to learn is how to use, more component nodes, but even I don't really understand what to do there. And I've been saying that I'm gonna learn it for 3 months now, so I just keep not learning it. Oh boy. Polycarp's back in the chat looking for more Tabasco shots. Oh man. My stomach is already upset just thinking about it. Alright. Redeemed for 1,000 channel points. Cheers. Been like a week since I've had to take one, so. Oh. Whew. Okay. I think that woke me up pretty good. You got 7.7k channel points. Nice, nice. Don't listen to Polycarp. He's a deceiver. I'm gonna wait 5 minutes, then I will. Oh yeah, that's another rule that I put in. Just to space them out by 5 minutes. But yeah, Blades of Doom. I would do this here, because this guy is just really good at explaining everything. Wise Noodle, what's up, man? It's dev time. Sort of. I'm also just kind of delaying everything because this is my first stream back in a couple of days. I'm worn out. So I might get something done today, and I'm not entirely... Well, I may or I may not. We'll see. How's it going? It's going good, man. Just plugging away, day after day. Same old. Watching the stream on Twitch and YouTube. There we go. Doubling up on the views. Procrastination over. Yep. You were chaining them for a bit. Yep. Polycarp was the reason the official rules got changed. It was It was found to be a massive exploit. Not fun. It takes them away entirely on one subbing. How do you check your sub time? Can you? No, I don't have anything for that. Polycarp's been subbed for, I think, isn't it like 40 something months? Wise Noodle, I'm working on my game right now. Nice. What kind of game are you making? I should see if I can set up. Let me see here. Set up sub time. Twitch chat. You know what? Let's just go to my. Is it just in Twitch? Oh, I just realized I have whispers on Twitch. I never check my Twitch messages. Which renderer? If you're just doing like a PC game, then just do the forward plus, that's what I'm using. Forward plus. Oh, you can't see it, but right there. Forward plus. 49 months. Dang. Okay. Pancake, am I going to be here or am I going to be here? In both chats. Polycarp, ever think of getting alts? All right. Guys, just look how little Tabasco we have left. This is a giant jar. I mean, obviously, I have my backup right here. But, you know. Then if worse comes to worse, we'll just be doing straight up ground red cayenne pepper. Alright. Carrot redeemed the take a shot at Tabasco, so here we go. Bottoms up. Okay. That was better than the first, because I'm warmed up to it. Hey, what's going on here? Do I have another freaking bug? Bro. Why? Why? My save system is always like this. Unless I deleted my save file. But I don't think I did. Definitely didn't. Pancake, I'm everywhere, yeah. See what I could do with Godot GD script. Sweet, yeah. Keep us updated too. You can always post in the help channel thing. It's not always going to be, you know, super useful because not everyone always has the context of everything, but, you know, worth giving it a shot. The echo is so bad. Is there echo on stream, or is it just for you, Pancake? Oh, yeah, because you're on YouTube. He's on YouTube and Twitch watching, so. Yeah, what is up with my save system? Maybe I just need to finally change my save system over. I really don't want to have to. Why in the world did this break again? Have to explore the engine, maybe look up a tutorial. Yeah, honestly, dude, like I said, watch this Heart Beast one. Godot 4 tutorial Heart Platformer by Heart Beast. It's gonna be perfect for what you want. Confusion, yep. Why in the world is my save load system? Print load. Okay. I quit the game at one point. All right. You know what? Maybe that's what we work on. We're going to use resources to do our saving. I've never once used a resource to, at least not effectively. But that's what we're going to do, because this is clearly just not going to work otherwise.
One thing you need in every game is to save the player's progression. Fortunately for you, the Godot game engine makes this really easy. First, there's the wrong way to do it. There's a popular data format named JSON that about every programming language supports, including Godot's GDScript. It's widely used to exchange data on the web.
I've watched this
or
before,
between
but I know
programs,
it's
and
not.
It works for that purpose.
This is going to be hard. It always
like
is.
A nice way to save the player's data, but Godot has a much faster option, the resource format. It's the format that Godot uses to save all your project data. Animations, scenes, materials, particles, and much more. For player saves, it only has advantages. It supports all Godot value types like vectors out of the box, it requires way less code, offers excellent performance, and it's super flexible. It's both robust.
I may have to do the other tutorial, the one that Godoniers used or did.
Here's all the code I need to save and load the character's stats, the inventory.
Okay, I remember I was messing around with resources, so I have like a resources folder, I think. Yep. Guard resource. I don't think this is being used. It better not be. Okay. Now, I know this isn't the most, like, he did this updated video thing. In the description here, it says, they can run arbitrary code, so I think there's a way to do it differently that I'll have to do. Okay. So this is everything he needs. Give it a class name, extend resource. Extends resource, okay. All your variables you want to save are exports. Perfect. So, let's do a resource. Or do I just do a script? How do I start a resource? Do I just make a script? And then, like... Okay. So I've got my save game. We're going to do extends resource. Class name save game. Oh, we have to do this above? Okay. Okay. We'll do this save game path. So, const save game path. Do user now when it's user, does that mean it's going to save it in the user file on the PC? This video uses Godot 3. Oh, this is from 2022. Oh, yeah. The export thing I'm fine with. Everything else look okay, though? Yeah, because the add export thing, I know that one. So maybe I do something like, okay, we have character resource. So then character resource. So we'll have another one that's going to be our stats, I guess. How do I do this? Because I'm going to need... I already have an auto load that has the global stats, aka the... I'll just show it to you. We've got our global stats, which just has like current map, high score, score. Mixed score isn't really used anymore. These are already all vet exports, so it should work. XP, current XP level, XP required. Have all of our best times, our time. And then I currently have this thing where it's reset stats, which isn't the best way to do it. Because then I have to update this every time I update this, but you know, it is what it is. For now, I don't care too much. Would I then need to give this a class name or change it into a resource? Because can a resource be an autoload? Let me look. Okay, so you cannot autoload a resource. Should do a Deltarune stream. It's free. Very similar to Undertale. I've never played either of them. I do want to do some game streams eventually here. It can be an autoload. Okay. You probably only want to separate the stats you want to save to file. So all of these, so current map, not necessarily. So I could just not export it, right? Would that work? So could I do this? Class name character extends resource. So I could do something like class name of course. Ooh, this might break things because that hides. Maybe I do global resource for now, and then this one does extends resource. Okay, so current map don't need exported. Some of these aren't even going to be in there, like this time bonus. In fact, I can probably just delete that because it's not even down here. Now, what happens if I go like this? Just try to play. Okay, it breaks because everything is trying to reference our global stats auto load. In global stats, so do I have to do... Wait, let's do this again. So F5 should break. Main menu scene. Okay, so let's go to main menu scene. Reset stats. Could I do global? Something like that? No. So we have to instantiate things. So this is going to take some work. Okay, sweet. You can break again. Yep. Thing is, I know I need to do this because I just don't want to have to deal with what I've been dealing with, which is every once in a while my stats system just breaks. Okay, so if he's doing... What am I looking for? There we go. So he's got his save game, so let's go to our save game here. And actually, we can take our global stats. Where in the world is our global stats? It's upgrades, then we have stats. I guess I can just search it here. Oh, it's under world. Okay. Hey, LG Swifty redeems. Take a shot at Tabasco. How's it going, man? Good to see you. Bottoms up. Oh, okay. Where's my world? Right there. Got 22K. I'm ready for you to finish both bottles. Okay. Save game needs to have Export var global resource. Oh. So I guess the thing is, if I change that to a resource, why does it not? Because you said, Aries, you said that I could do this, or have it an auto load, but it hides a singleton. But if I change the class name, then suddenly these can no longer reference the singleton. Non-existent function in base nil. Suddenly this global stats doesn't exist. Yeah, LG Swifty, you'll have to come back 22 days in a row. So if I go to my save game here, I already have a save game, don't I? Oh, save and load. Okay. This is the only thing I need to load in. We're just going to do everything exactly the same as him. Resource saver dot save game path self should be resource but is string. Oh boy. So his works, but mine does not. Already things just don't work. Argument 1 should be a resource. Why is this not... So this can't be a auto load because it doesn't inherit from node. Immortal Dragon. Which that really screws me because then I can't save to those things easily anymore, right? I have to like instantiate the class everywhere. How long will I be streaming tonight? I have to leave for a bit. Probably till... I'm going to try to go till 10, although I am pretty tired, so we'll see. But if you're not gone too long, I'll probably still be back on. If not, it was good to see you again, Snowmeeks. But I'm going to try to... By 10, I mean like another 2 hours. We'll see. But like I said, I am kind of beat, but we'll see. See how it goes. Yeah, so I don't know if I can do an auto load here. Unless I just change... Just give it a class name and not even return...
map and their position on the map. It's only a couple of lines. To save your game with a resource, you first create a script that extends resource. You export a variable for each thing that you want to save. That can be anything like numbers, strings, dictionaries, and most importantly, other resources. Godot will pack all the data in one file automatically. You can directly load all the other resources you want to save from your save game resource, like the character stats, the player's inventory, and so on. Godot will load each unique resource only once, even if you try...
Okay. Do I need to make the global stats thing a resource?
To save, you call the resource saver.save function. To load the save game, you just call load. And that's what you need to get your save system started.
Argument should be resource is string instead. Godot. Someone else has to have this issue. I mean, unless I'm missing something and I did something wrong. This looks exactly the same, though. We got save game path. Save game path. User save game TRES. Double quotes.
Godot does the heavy lifting for you. Now, of course, there's more to say about saving player data with resources. In the next video, I'll show you how this save game example works in detail, so subscribe and turn on the notification bell to not miss it. If you want to become a game developer with Godot, check out our course, Learn to Code from Zero. It's the most comprehensive course out there for beginners. And if you're an experienced developer, you will surely like our ultimate cookbook, Godot Node Essentials. You'll find the links.
So no one else has had my issue?
Be creative, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one. I recently made 2 videos about saving the player's progression with resources in Godot.
Let me take a look. The global stats, not really. You will need the time for the levels. It's a bit different from Godot 3. Okay, so you only need the time for the levels. So how do I do this then? Should I make a new file that is the global stats, or Resource instance path of file. Okay. So something like, wait, something like that. It's reversed. Oh, I see. Yep. Wait, so should I be doing save game then? Because that's this resource. Whereas I'm exporting this resource, the global resource, which is going to be my global stats. And then I can do... Let's go back to this real quick.
One thing you need, and only a couple of...
Static function, load save game. So I'll do this. Jeez. Okay. If resource loader dot exists, save game path, return, load, save game path. Whoops. Save game is the class name. Self is an instance of the save game class. So this instead should be save game. In this class, it should save this because within it, it's loading this resource. Correct? So I don't need to pass this in, I need to pass this in. So now, how do I handle my auto-load situation? Because if I can't quickly save stats like that, should just be self. Okay. That is correct. Okay. So I've got this auto-load situation now where this is no longer going to work as an auto-load. I can instantiate the class of global resource, but I need, or I can break this down into oops. Also, in my reset stats, do I need this? I don't know if I do need this. Mino, what's up, man? Our Armenian boy won the fight. Are you talking about, is that, what's his name? Armin... Are you talking UFC 300? What am I thinking? What is his name again? Saryukian. Is he Armenian? For some reason I thought he was something else. Arman. Yeah, that's right. The one guy who's actually given, well, besides Volkanovsky in the first fight, one of the only guys who's given Islam Makachev is a big test. It says place of birth is Georgia. Of course, I don't know anything about that area of the world, so. But dude, that guy is a beast, and he was a beast in that fight. There were multiple times where he just didn't tap. He just refused to lose consciousness. He was caught in some tight chokes. One of them, I think, was a guillotine, and you could see him just like pushing, giving everything he had to get out of that thing and surviving. Anyway, okay. So if this is what breaks, that means that we no longer have our global stats singleton, which means all of these will need to change somehow. And I don't know how to do that. How do you reference a variable within a class? That is not what I'm looking for. Okay. Or reference a resource. I'm headed to sleep. See you guys tomorrow. All right, take it easy, man. Good to have you here. Hope you have a good one. I will see you next time. What is maybe I should look at resource. You know what? I feel like this is the time to just look up that Godot one.
The saver loader sends an event that we are about to save the game. And with this event, the saver loader provides a list. Now, every node that wants to save some
What am I trying to reference? So let me show you what I got. So I'm trying to use a resource to save my global stats, which is just like our best times. I don't necessarily need to save these, the level 1 time, because these are like current times on when you're doing your run. But I need to be able to grab these eventually and compare them to these. But I changed my global stats from an auto load. Well, currently it's still an auto load, but I guess you can't make a resource an auto load or something. But I want all of this to be saved in the resource. So then when you come back, it'll repopulate it to show the correct stats for your best times on each level. Problem is, since I guess having an auto load doesn't work with a resource, all of my stuff relies on this being an auto load. Like, let's see here. Main menu scene. Function ready. Global stats. Reset stats. I want to go in there and reset everything every time you go to the main menu, so then it knows, like, okay, I've got to, of course, this is how I was doing it with JSON, so maybe I don't need to even do this reset stats thing, but, but I need to be able to update this, like my score and mix score, even though it's a resource. I need it to be easily accessible globally, so then when, you know, you kill an enemy, you get XP, and it quickly updates this. And I don't know how to reference a resource like that. Access those and modify them somewhere, yeah. GPT syntax is helpful. I should actually do a quick chat GPT check. I'm using Godot 4.2 and I need to be able to access the variables in this resource globally. How do I do that? Set up a singleton. Yay! But it's already is an auto load. Okay. Oh, do I need to actually create a global resource.tres? Let me try this. Trace commas, yes. What's up, Jamin? Okay, what do I have now? It's global resource. Okay. Global, I'll call this one global stats. How's that for confusion? We've got global stats here, but then it's just called global resource. And then we've got the global stats TRES, which is referencing the global resource. Then okay, so maybe I can set this up as an auto load. So maybe if I go to project, settings, auto load, delete that, close. So it's saying to project settings. Okay, so now I need to go back there. Okay, open. Add. Close. Control save. What happens now? What errors? Non-existent, reset stats in base nil. Okay, so same thing. Calling this doesn't really do anything. Okay. Setter and getter. The link you sent, did you send it in the Discord? Because I won't be able to see it unless it's or if it's on YouTube. I think YouTube hides the links. Domantas Sabonis among 5 ugliest in NBA. I haven't seen him. Well, not for a long time. He's got a interesting set of features, yes. Watching Kings Warriors right now, and I think he's in contention. Tagged you on Discord General, okay. I don't know if this chat GPT thing is doing anything at all. I just don't know why it would tell me that I can use a singleton if I can't. Using the singleton didn't work. Why? Yeah, I guess setters and getters could do it. I don't really know how to set that up, but let's see here. If it's a singleton again, so would I have a would I have a singleton or an auto load basically that has all the stats and then just a resource that references that? Curdy Wordy, what's up? What's the purpose of XP? I wish I could show you, but the game is broken right now. But you can get upgrades. Actually, if I go here, then I can do this. And it might not break. Why is it trying to... Oh, because it's this. Okay, let's take that away. Now let's try to load it again. Okay. Why? This is commented out. Really? You're just gonna read comments now? Can't be assigned to an object of type resource. I don't see anything referencing it. Oh, there it is again. It better... Bro, is it just resetting every time? Oh, it's because this here. Okay. Save. Why can't they make resources be auto loads? Instantly, that fixes all of my problems. Don't you dare break. Okay. Cool. Because this doesn't want to save. It's in use, locked, or lacking permissions. Can't delete it because it's... I love how this guy said it was going to be so easy, and then instantly, right off the bat, things just don't work. Really, I just need to be able to reference things within that resource easily. That's all I care about. Okay, let me go delete that resource. Okay, now I should be able to open this up. Don't you dare break. Oh my goodness. In base nail. Oh, it's because we don't have a... I have to go project settings, auto load. Trash that. I have to redo everything I was doing. It's like, why did my saving and loading work totally fine for so long and then it just now breaks? That's always how it is. Like, I realize there's an issue with it randomly after it's been working for like a month straight. Anyway, you need XP so you can do this stuff. Get upgrades. Like the fireball upgrade. Okay. Invalid get index time bonus. Oh, okay. That's fine. Because we're not even doing the mix score currently. Save. So I need to figure out... Maybe I have... a resource here. Singleton here. The resource itself gets its values from the singleton. Blib, 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 and updates it. Then the resource is what's saved. Merlin, what's up? What happened to the isometric game? Just saw a video of it. Yeah, so that's mostly just a prototype for now. I'm still trying to finish up my main game, which is this one. The isometric one I was kind of using for like learning pixel art for the most part. I do plan on picking it up after this game is done, though. But there's just so much stuff that keeps piling on to what I have to do. So I'm just grinding away. Maybe I shouldn't worry about this whole saving thing until I know exactly what to do, but man. I feel like auto loads are amazing, but every time you want to do anything slightly complex, you end up not being able to use them. Resource. How can I reference a variable in a resource script? Auto load for global access. Auto loads don't seem to be allowed for resources. Okay, so I have to do that, or its subclass is okay. Perfect. If you need global access to variables and functions, you typically use a node-based script. Okay. So, I need a node that has the class name global. Sure. Define all that. Auto-load it. Blip. So this one won't be a resource. Yeah, this is clearly too much for me right now.
So let's say we want
Let's
to
take a
add
look at this.
feature now so that the player can fire torpedoes at the fish. I have already implemented this, so let's have a quick look at it. The player can now move around and fire torpedoes. And if a torpedo hits a fish, then the fish is destroyed. Let's see if saving and loading still works after I have added this feature. So we fire at this fish, then we save the game. And now we fire at the other fish as well. And then we load the game that we just saved. The first fish magically reappeared. So what is going on here? Let's try this again. Fire at the fish. And now let's pause the game so we can have a look into the remote tree. Here we have our fish, and when we look into the inspector, we can see that it is marked as dying. So it only lives on to play a few visual effects and will be gone shortly. But because we save all fish, no matter in which state they currently are, our fish is magically resurrected once we load the game again. Check whether the fish is about or a torpedo does. So this isn't really scalable because we constantly need to update our
Format choice. Okay, I need to do this. Back here.
custom resources. A custom resource is a class that extends Godot's built-in resource class. So let's write a custom resource for our save game. We create a new script and then we name it savedgame.gd. And we're going to remove all of this. First, we need to give our new class a name. So we write class name saved game.
Okay. I think I'm just going to
We're going
reference
to
it.
extend resource, so Godot knows that this is a custom resource.
Reference the auto load
Resources
within
can
the
export
resource, if
variables
possible.
similar to how nodes can export variables, and only exported variables will be saved and loaded by Godot. So let's export two variables, one for the player position. So we write export var player position, and that's a vector2, and a second one for the player health, which is going to be a float. Great, now we have a custom resource and we can use this to save our game. So let's get back to our saver loader.
So I think in that case, can I just do let's do this. Is equal to global stats dot level 1 best time. Save that, and then we'll do a
Instead of creating a new dictionary, we now create an instance of our custom resource. So we type or saved game, and this is of type saved game, is saved game new. Because we added this type hint, we now get autocomplete when writing data into our saved game. So we can type saved game player health is player health, and saved game dot player position is player global position.
So I don't even need to do this. I could go into my saver loader. And do something like then I could do save resource dot level 1 best time. Just set that to equal see what happens if I run this. Where is save game being called? Because I don't see this being printed anywhere. Okay, there we go. Wait, I have save and load and saver loader. What is going on? Which one is actually getting used? Okay, S. So saver loader, saver loader. Okay, so saver loader is the one being used. Save and load. Let me copy all of this. I don't know what's going on here. Do that and see what happens. Was that just not being used? Save and load? Maybe it was an old one that just didn't need to be there. I think I can just delete this. Let's see if anything breaks. Hopefully I didn't just break my entire system. If I did, then okay. We're rebuilding. Nothing's breaking though, so screw it. Okay, so now I can go into my saver loader. Actually, I'm going to quit out of this so I can reload it. This project is just a behemoth. Hey, giant garlic bread. What's up, man? Okay. Where am I printing in here? Print node data. So let's get rid of that and let's do now this is in load game. So actually we want this in save game, I think. Let's see what works. Glad to see you back. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's good to be back. I'm just definitely having a rough time trying to figure out my whole saving system, but I think if I can just reference the auto load. Oh boy, yep, there it is. Okay, come on. If I can just reference the auto load, into my thing. Back to main menu. 20.4. Okay. This might be the way to do it. So, savegame.gd. Copy. Okay. So these are all going to be that.
This is great because now we cannot have typos anymore. So now we want to save our custom resource. Godot has built-in support for doing this, so we actually don't need to manually open, write, and close the file anymore. So we can delete.
Dude, screw this old system. We're just going with the broken one. I don't care. Where's our saver loader? Okay. We have this save dictionary currently. The whole save game is going to be the main one. How do I get rid of this without? I just comment everything out. This breaks everything. And now we're going to have to figure out how to fix it, piece it back together. Okay, so already right there. So instead, what I might be able to do is then write save game. Oops. Okay. Now let's try this again. Broke saverloader.new. Fiend with a face. What's up, man? What I did is have the load game and save game on a global script and just call them when needed from any scene. So I sort of have that. I have my stats on a global script, but I want to do the saving with resources if possible. Before I was doing JSON, and it's just not working. It keeps having issues. I don't know. I'm just following this Godot tutorial because I always seem to be able to understand what he's doing. I have never used resources before at all, so I'm just kind of going in blind, just seeing what works. Probably won't. Might break my whole game. Okay. So, saver loader. Ref counted. Script inheritance. Okay. So this is one of those things where it's trying to call this a node. Maybe I do rename. Well, first we do this F8. And then let's rename this something so then it doesn't have the right path if it's trying to load. and see if that does anything. Okay. Could not resolve level. Saver loader does not exist. Okay. Let's do this. This is preload, and then we do a .new somewhere, I assume. This isn't even being used in here. Okay. Let's try this again, just see where it breaks again. Okay, right here. Save game.new, right save game. Okay, up here. No longer exists. We don't need it to. Okay. We go again. We're just finding errors. Ref counted. This can't be. Okay. Why does this being commented out not, like, do anything? It's like I renamed it for a reason. Can I just do this? Add more things to do with channel points? Yeah, I should. I'll have to figure that out. Can someone tell me why it's still doing this with this saver? Like, this script, it's all commented out, and yet it's still trying to extend node. Script inherits. Okay. Let's try this. We just do extends node. Then we go like this. Okay. I just needed it to not be commented out. Because I still want that script there in case I need to go back. Okay. Currently nothing's breaking. I guess let me get all the way to killing the king and see. Oh boy, garlic bread redeemed. Take a shot at Tabasco. Scroll down more. I think you missed some code. Yeah, I'll check that after. But I think if it extends node now, then it won't complain. I think you just can't have a fully empty script. All right, cheers, garlic bread. For those in the YouTube chat who don't know, in the Twitch chat, if you get up to 1,000 channel points, you can make me drink Tabasco by spending them. All right, let me try to get to the end where I kill the king. And see if things break. No, what? Ah, jeez. So annoying. Okay, it didn't break on death. That's nice to know. Currently, nothing's saving, but that's okay. Jeez, these guys keep hitting me mid. Dash. That usually doesn't happen. Continue. Okay. Back to main. Okay. No errors. So I think we're ready to actually save our stuff in this save game thing. I'll go back to that just so you can see. It looks like we are fine on commented out stuff. I think it was just being mad at this. Which now it looks like it's fine. Only have 5,000 errors. Excuse me. Okay. So what do I want to do with this? Because I have this thing where it says level 1 best time, blah, 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 blah. Currently, I'm saving this level 1 best time into the resource. But I need to, on load game, I need to load that resource and then save that stuff back into this level 1 best time. So then I can do a check, just like I was doing in my other one, where it's like if, where was it? Yeah, if level 2 best time is less than or equal to level 2 time, then it stays the same. Otherwise, it becomes level 2 time. So I need to do that check. So currently how I'm doing it is... Oh boy, how do I do this? I guess let's just keep watching and see what he's doing.
And we can just write resource saver dot save, then the resource that we want to save. In our case, it's the saved game. And then the path where we want to save the resource to. So user/savegame.tres. The resource needs to have this TRES extension, which stands for text-based resource, because only then Godot knows how to load it and how to save it. That's for saving. So now let's try to load this resource again. Godot has built-in support for loading resources as well, so we don't need to open and read the file anymore. So we can delete this and then just write var saved game, and this is of type saved game, is load user save game TRES. For some odd reason we don't get autocomplete here, even though we added a type hint to the variable. This is some limitation of the editor that is hopefully fixed in a future version of Godot. For now we can fix this ourselves by adding an as saved game here to our load. And now we get proper autocomplete and we can write our loaded data back to the player. So we can write player.global position.
Oh, okay.
Is.
So I might just do it exactly this way. In fact, let's just do load game, and let's also just do save game. Copy this so I can do this later. Here. Just do save game. And here.
Save game. Play.
Be funny if you just told YouTube chat that you were just drinking it when you get thirsty. Yeah. Now I can't hear what's being said because I'm waiting for my takeaways to be cooked. Ooh. But I think you said something about being thirsty for Tabasco. Yes, indeed. I think this is the last one of the day, though. We've hit our limit. So, cheers, boys. We did it. when it comes to refreshing beverages, Tabasco is one of the best. My music has stopped. There we go. Good to go. Wordstone, I'm trying to figure out how to do saving games in a way that doesn't break, because my old system just broke all the time. And yeah, looks like all right, I'll tune in once I'm home. Sounds good, man. Good to see you again, by the way.
Player position, and then we can repeat the same for the health.
So now I can go back to my saver loader. Or save game. Okay, save game, he's doing it this way. And you know what? This sounds amazing to me. Oh, wait. Saver loader and save game?
Right, export bar. Is the beta game?
Oh, no.
This is of
So
type.
I still need a saver loader? A separate file for this?
Type saved game. And one for the player health.
Okay, let's do this. Float. Then I guess we do a new file.
Which is going to save a loader. We now create an instance of. So let's get back to our saver loader.
Okay. So you know what? I'll just do a new script in here. Saver loader. Which is different from saver loader renamed.
Instead of creating get type don't in our source yet. So user save game.
And I think on this one, we'll just do it exactly the same. So resource saver dot save. We'll do saved game. And we'll just spell it out. User colon / game.tres. Okay. Now when we go back to this, we don't need this. Then we do saved game dot level 1 best time. Now, maybe we can do our checks outside of this. So or we can do it within this. So if level 1 best time is less than or equal to level 1 time, global stats dot level 1 time, then we change it to level 1 best time, or then we change it to level 1 time. But every time that we load, we will set these to this. It will be something like this. Currently, this will not work, but that's fine.
TRES. For some odd reason, we don't get autocomplete here, even though we added a hope by adding an and now we get proper autocomplete, and we can write our loaded data back to the player. So we can write player dot global position is saved game player position, and then we can repeat the same for the health.
So where do I do the check?
This looks pretty neat. Now let's see if this actually works. So we try to escape from the fish.
I can do the check every time we're about to load or save game. So So when you kill the king, I can do if I think I have to do it here. If level, whoops. It's dot level 1 time less than or equal to global stats dot level 1 best time, then set global stats dot level 1 best time equal to global stats dot level 1 time. So if I do this, for everything copy, save game, right here again. Let's see what happens. In resource save game. Oh, I think I need to do saver loader. As a class. So let's try to run this again, find where that was. In fact, let's look for cancel, save game, because we have it in a different one. Use an array for the times that you just loop over that, avoid all the if statements. Yeah, I probably should. I just want to make sure that I'm actually learning, or that the system I'm using is going to work. Because I could always streamline it for sure. Especially if I do plan on adding more levels. Okay, currently we're at 1 million for our fastest time. Will anything save? Continue, and then we go back to main menu. Still at 1 million. Why is that? F5 again, let's jump in. Still at 1 million. Okay, we've set these to be floats. Saver loader on save game. Save game is being called when you kill the king. Wait, is this all being called... before? So we're just changing to a new file before we can really get there? Why JSON wasn't working? Yeah. It can be a bit extra. Yeah, I don't know why the JSON, like it was for the longest time, and then it just randomly broke recently, or like today, where it just suddenly my stats weren't showing up. Plus, I just want to learn about resources and what they are. So none of this is super serious. It's all just experimentation. So it might be, I'm probably doing things wrong, you know, but it's whatever at this point. Like, I'm not too worried about it. I know how to do the JSON way, but I'd rather start to learn about resources because I've been thinking about it for a long time. Back, and this time I can hear. Perfect. How was Vegas, dude? It was good, but I am also destroyed because I am a very sedentary person, and we walked a ton. And just the event, you know, UFC event was just insane. It was a lot of fun, though. Crazy UFC event. It was just, the fights were incredible. But also we had this whole debacle on trying to get home, and our flight, us like soft missing our flight, like not really. We were right around the corner and they just never called out boarding. And so then we walked up and she's sitting there for like 5 minutes talking to someone else while we're trying to get on the plane. And then we see her shut the door. And we're like, dude, we had like 5-10 minutes just to get on this plane. We've been standing here. It was 10 minutes before. And then the plane sat there for another like 20 minutes while we were like trying to figure out what to do because they just wouldn't let us on. So then I had to buy new tickets, and yeah, it was annoying. Trying to think of how this is happening. So you kill the king. We do all this. We need to have these times get set. But we don't want to switch until after. Let me do, this is once again just for testing purposes. So we're going to have a billion if statements here. This is a truly horrific set of code I have here. do a new saver loader. We do all this stuff. Then we save the game. Yeah, save and sweet. Yeah, I hope so. That would be amazing. Okay, let's do another speed run. Oh, come on. No, 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 no. Don't die. Okay. Continue. And we go back to main. Shit. Still there. Oh, you know what? Can I print a resource? I could at least do this. And actually, let's do this on, without even being in there. We'll do it on the main menu scene. Is that how we were doing it? Yeah. Zero. Showed your game to my friend while he was around, and he also kept saying, just one more, I can get it this time. Nice. That's perfect. That's good to hear. It's exactly the vibe I want. So it's printing 0 for the time. Let's see what happens here. Zero again. So level 1 best time is just 0. Even though it's a float, shouldn't it be 0.0? So when we save it, we set it to this. Saving happens when? In the main menu scene, right? So we load up the game. We reset the stats. Then currently we're setting them to these. So maybe we just don't save here. Because we don't really need to now that we're not using JSON, I think. Before we were loading in. I guess, are we ever loading in? Or are we just saving? Are we just never loading? Is that what it is? I'm going to keep this commented out because I don't know why we would need to save here otherwise. Basie, what's up? How you doing? Looking pretty slick now. Thank you. Yeah, I think we're just literally not loading. So maybe here we do this, and then we do s.load game save. I don't know what my code is anymore. There we go. So it turns out saving and loading only works if you actually load. And 19 sounds pretty accurate. Let's see if I can get it better than that. Now, where is that actually showing up, that file? Oh, no, come on. Please be better than 19. Yes, okay, continue. And then back to main. 18.4. Boom! Yes! Feeling jacked. This just shows how dumb I can be. And I love it. There's nothing wrong with being an absolute idiot. All right. Now what? I think I just kind of have it done now. The high score thing. I guess we do need to do high score in there. So let's go back to our global stats. No, our save game. At export var. I think this is also a float. Or is it? Yeah. I don't know why, but whatever. Schrodinger's programmer, both a genius and an idiot at the same time, even well observed, yes. Yeah, this is one of the... this is one of the things. I think it's more like especially when observed. Okay, let's see what kind of score I get. I know I guess I didn't even do a check. So, continue. Then we're going to go back to main. High score is still at 0, so we do need to do some sort of, let's see here. On the king. Look at this just string of things. If current map equals 1, then we do this. And then down here. If current map equals 1, then we do this. But we can just do one more if statement. Just give me one more if statement. Dot high score is less than or equal to global stats. Score stats dot I score equals global stats dot score. Okay, let's try this. High score is still 0. You know how much anxiety I've had just thinking about how resources work? Anytime I have to learn anything new, whether it be classes, resource, as a complete noob, every single time it's just like, it's unattainable. There's no way I can do this. Which, by the way, I think I already went to bed. Blades of Doom. But if you have not, just remember, every once in a while, you actually do get something right. Because he was earlier talking about how he's got to take a break from game dev, but although he's going to try out some Godot. Okay. Now that this is here, where is it saving again? And also, there is some security risks, right? Okay, saved game security. Because people can put arbitrary code in there.
At the beginning
apparently.
of this video, we had a look at different file formats in which we could save our
Godot
game.
is seriously a
We finally settled
lifesaver.
for Godot's
I've gone through
resource
every single iteration of this video. First, I did the simple one. Then I finally went to JSON. And then when I screwed that up just enough, I finally have come to
and then I said that
come to this
there
format.
are
And now I can actually do like unlocks and stuff really easily.
a few issues with
I found a video on resources used on enemies for stats and cleared up a lot about them. Interesting. Can you send it? Actually, Fiend, I don't know if... Are you in the Discord for my stream? If you want, I can send the Discord link. Here, let me... Why are none of my commands working? Let me just grab the Discord link. I was wondering, is my chatbot just disabled for some reason? Give me a second. Streamlabs. I think it's on Streamlabs, right? Better not have to do like 14 authorizations to get in. Okay. CloudBot. Why is it disabled? Oh, whoops. Now I just clicked it again. Please do not disable it. Why is it so slow? Streamlabs is just being crazy. Okay. So that's up now. Should be working. Now let me try it. There we go. Jeez. Yeah, I'm going to need to add the wombats command into the chat. So, Fiend, here is a link to the Discord if you do want to share that video. By the way, you can also keep up with the stream there. You can help people or ask for help when it comes to Godot and other game dev stuff. You can share projects you're working on, that type of thing, if you're interested. Otherwise, if you do have that video, send it over, because it would be nice. I probably won't check it out tonight because it is getting later, but I want to learn more now that I know some of this stuff. Wombats poop square. Little stacks like mini Minecraft players. Fiend says I watched like 14 hours of clear code. I think I've seen some clear code stuff. Wait, let me try something now. Is it sub time? No, okay, so I must not have a command for how long someone's been subbed. Is that the standard? I'm going to look at my Streamlabs and see if I can... Okay, there's uptime, there's follow age, add command. I can't find it easily. Anyway, that's fine. They put the stacks on rocks to ward off competitors. It's time for me to bounce. Gotta go wash up. I'm itching to stream tonight, so I gotta get ready. Hey, Wardstone, thank you for being here. How long do you think it'll be till you're on? Because I can't. I mean, it might just be another few minutes for me, but before I'm bouncing out. Hey, Fiend has appeared in the Discord. Thank you for joining, man. I appreciate it. And also drop a sub if you haven't, if you're interested in keeping up with my journey as I bumble my way through these things. Man, I'm just so glad I got that freaking finished. Like you were saying, I should throw these in an array or a dictionary. But right now it's working, and I ain't gonna touch nothing. I can do that later when I wanna come back and refactor. Man, that feels good though. Let me try to do a full playthrough of the game and just make sure everything works. Oh, by the way, Fiend, you can also playtest the game as well, which I should release a new. Oh, what was it? I was gonna do the check where the actual save game goes. I don't really know where. When you do that user thing, is that like user in your PC, or is that user in the like res file of the game? Oh, jeez, I'm gonna die here. Yep, okay. Feel that? Yeah. Yeah, things can always wait for later. Probably be a little bit still. Okay. By the way, Wardstone, one of your best suggestions was just adding that restart button. So much better. True Chad suggestion right there. At some point, I'll finally go through and start adding different walls and not just have these tiles. And also, I need to do the tower. I need to change up the towers. Oh, why did I do that? Okay, I'm doing a Maelstrom and Fireball build because that's just a great build to have. Might have to go a little bit into my... Might have to go a little bit into my knife upgrades as well, just because that's always a good option. Glad I could help. Yeah, man. But yeah, so I need to change... Oh, see where the file is going and change it if I need to. Then I also need to make sure that security is good with this. Oh, I took a lot of damage there. See, I'm playing too fast and loose. Oh yeah, got that accelerated Maelstrom. Jeez. So many arrows. Maelstrom upgrade again. Get that high damage. Okay. Maelstrom upgrade again. Should be ready for level 4 with all those corridors now. Jeez. Okay, now at least we have better knife damage. Oh no. Okay. Through that gauntlet. Next one coming up. Alright, here goes. Just wait on this corner, let my Maelstrom do the work. Jeez. They staggered their shots. Okay, Maelstrom. Oh, no. I can do another fireball. Okay, my fireball's getting up there. No! Okay. We made it through the second corridor of death, so we should be good to go on this level. Man, these guys are just tanky, though. Okay, level 5. I don't know why that upgrade is still sitting there. I need more Maelstrom. Oh man, they're so tanky. I should just make it so there's more of them and make them less tanky. Keeps the flow going better. Otherwise, I'm doing like full volleys of knives into these guys. It's not really doing anything. Maelstrom, okay. So much damage being done, but these guys are just so strong. I definitely need to make the archers weaker on these levels too. Come on, give me another upgrade. No Maelstrom. Okay, fireball again. Problem with fireball is It's kind of tough to get it just right. It can be really useful against archers because they stay put. But against a big group like this that's chasing you, they run through it really fast. Yeah, this is just too slow of gameplay. Okay. I'll have to balance it out a bit. Oh, look at that beauty. It's just working. Wait a second, though. No! Level 1 fastest time. It's not working. Went to 65. Let me on purpose take longer. Why is it overwriting it? Oh, you know what I think I need to do? I need to make sure that it resets to whatever is in the save file. Well, I thought I was. Okay, I'm going to take a lot longer than 60 to do it. Elemental, what's up? Feel like you could speed run this by going straight for the king. Yeah, that's technically, that's kind of the point of the game. But you can also just play it normally where you get upgrades and try to beat it. It's hard enough to beat by itself. But yeah, you could definitely speed run through. There are some choke points that make it really hard to speed through on certain maps. But once you learn them, you definitely can. And it's kind of meant to be a speed runner in some way. Okay, this should definitely be longer. 70. Okay, continue. And then we'll go back to main. 65.5. So, why? Let's go ahead and quit. Save. Because we had 18 point something or 17 point something. And now it's 65. Why? Let me take longer again. I know we need to be loading this stuff instantly. Loading in the values. Just sit here and wait. Yeah, why did it reset? Was it because of resetting my stats? Are things like not getting set yet early enough? Setting it to the time. I'll have to look at how I'm doing it. Okay, 65.5. Why did it reset then? Okay, I'll get a better time on purpose. It was at like 19. Did that file somehow get deleted? What is going on here? Okay. Level 1 time is set to the time. Okay. Saver loader.new. Then we do if level 1 time. Maybe we should put this down here. Do level 1 if level 1 time is less than or equal to level 1 best time. Then we set level 1 best time to equal to level 1 time. Okay, that all looks good. Now, if I go to my saver loader, when we save the game, we just set it to that. We only save the game when we kill the king. Yep. So we kill the king. And then when we load game, we only do that when we open up the main menu. When we load game, we take whatever value that is. Okay, so where is this resource going? Oh, okay, it's going into the app data. Okay, we have savegame.tres. So if I just delete that, plus play, okay, so we have to check if this is valid.
Resources as well, so we don't need to open and read the file anymore. So we can delete that. We can fix the remaining problems by using custom resources. A custom resource is a class that extends Godot's built-in resource clause.
Let's rewatch this.
So let's write a custom resource for our save game. We create a new script, and then we name it savedgame.gd. And we're going to remove all of this. First, we need to this is a custom resource. So we write a second one. Is this an instance of our custom resource? So we type is saveGameNew. Because we added this type hint, we now get autocomplete when writing data into our saved game. So we can type saved game, player health is player health, and saved game dot player position is our we resource in our source extension without to load try. So we and then just we added that is hopefully fixing and now we can write player dot global position is save game player position, and then we can repeat the same for the health. This looks pretty neat. Now let's see if this actually works. So we try to escape from the arrow prone string vector. Yeah. And use a scene unique to a group. A little all fish so we can save them. So let's start a loop over all fish. So we write for fish in, and to get all fish we need to get the scene tree with get tree, and then we can call a fish this we can to the fish that we have when we press load,
Okay, so why is it giving me this error? This doesn't exist, right? So we need to check if it exists. So let me look at that one, because there was that one.
Couple of lines. To save your game with a resource, you first create a script that extends resource. You expand resource tree, and so on. Godot will load each unique
If resource letter exists. Okay.
once, even if you try to.
So we could do if resource loader exists. User / save game TRS. Else we return. Okay. Now let's see what happens when we die. Okay, nothing. Hey, there we go. Fiend is now in the Twitch chat. Posted the vid on Discord as a quick intro to resources. Very similar to Inheritance, but less Java-like, more Godot-like. Okay. Yeah, I've been needing to learn, so maybe I'll do a, I guess if I'm streaming tomorrow, which I probably am, unless I hang out with my friend tomorrow. I might hang out with my friend tomorrow. I'm waiting to hear back from him. Nice. Okay. But I could go over that video. If I forget, then remind me. But unfortunately, I gotta bounce here now because it's starting to get pretty late. Let me see. Okay, you put it in the YouTuber one. Perfect. G-Wiz. Yeah, G-Wiz is nice. I like his stuff. Although sometimes, I think it's G-Wiz that I'm thinking of. Kind of goes a bit fast. But I can usually follow it either way. But yeah, I do need to bounce. But thank you, Fiend, for sending that over, because that'll be nice to take a look at. And yeah, I think I'm going to probably call it a day there. Looks like Wardstone is live, so I'm going to send you all over to him. Carrot Guy says, see ya. Hey, see ya, man. Thank you for being here, as always. As well as Fiend, appreciate you being here. I'm going to raid in a sec, but usually it times out by the time before I can finish thanking everyone, so... But yeah, thanks for being here, Carrot and Fiend, as well as Wardstone, who I will be raiding, and Basie. Thank you guys for being here. Who else was here? Giant Garlic Bread, good to see you again. I know Polycarp was here. Jamin, Merlin, thank you for being here. Immortal Dragon, thank you for being here. LG Swifty, good to see you again. And Pancake and Blades of Doom. And who else was here in the Twitch chat? That might have been it for Twitch chat. Yes, I'm going to call that it. And then in the YouTube chat, Elemental, thank you for being here. Fiend says, yeah, see you next time. Thank you, brother. I will. It'll be, I will see you all hopefully tomorrow, but we'll see. Curdy Wordy, thank you for being here. Mino, as always, good to see you again, brother. Snowminks, good to see you as well. Hope you're having a good one. Pancake, who I think I already thanked, but Fool in the YouTube chat as well. TYM, good to see you all. I'm going to start this raid now. Looks like Wardstone hasn't like quite started, but he's got his raid, I mean his stream up and running. He just needs to show his face on stream, which I assume he will be doing shortly. So I'm going to send you all over. I'll let you guys fill up that raid. For some reason, it doesn't show how many of you are in the raid. But I'll wait another like 10 seconds and then I'll send you over. But yeah, appreciate you all. It was good being back. We can now get back on the grind, fixing things, building stuff, talking, doing random stuff. Whatever I do on stream, which is usually unproductive, but it is what it is. It's always fun. So peace out. Hope you all have a great one. I will see you next time. And for the Twitch chat, I will send you over now. Peace. Okay. And for the YouTube